The loss of a child. Because I had to just go for all the ones that fucked me up, right? That's where we went with this. This one matters. Losing a child is one of the most severe traumas a person can experience, and it takes more than one form. Society recognizes one of them. It frequently does not recognize the others. Loss to unaliving is the one that gets acknowledged. The grief is total and it has finality. The child is gone, and that is a complete and devastating fact. This grief does not resolve, it integrates. The parent does not stop grieving. They build a life that carries the grief forward. Finding ways to hold the child's existence and how you live is documented consistently as one of the paths through it. Coerced relinquishment is the one that does not get acknowledged the way it should. This is being pressured. Real life. This is being pressured, manipulated, threatened, or deceived into surrendering your child by family, by institutions, by circumstances, engineered by people with more power than you had at the time. The grief from coerced relinquishment is what researchers call disenfranchised grief. Grief that society does not recognize as legitimate. The mother is told she did the right thing, that the child is better off, that she should move on. The grief has no sanctioned space, so it goes underground and it lives there, sometimes for decades. While the person is expected to function as though the loss did not matter. The wound has distinct features, not knowing whether the child is safe, loved, or suffering. Being unable to grieve cleanly because the child is not gone, they exist somewhere without you. The guilt of not having fought harder, regardless of whether fighting was possible. I didn't cry when I was writing this shit. The anger at whoever applied the pressure. And the accumulation. God, I got fucking shit in my eyes now. The makeup got in my eyes. Oh, shit. Okay. The guilt of not having fought harder, regardless of whether fighting was possible. The anger at whoever applied the pressure, and the accumulation. Every birthday, every milestone, every year that passes is another year of loss added to the original. For healing, finding others who experience the same thing matters here in a way nothing else fully replaces. There are communities of mothers who are coerced into relinquishment, being witnessed by someone who understands the nature of that loss. Not someone who says you did the right thing, but someone who knows what was taken. Oh, fuck. My makeup has glitter in it, too. This is making it miserable. It's part of what allows the grief to surface and be real. Telling the true story of what happened, the coercion and the absence of genuine choice to someone who can receive it without minimizing it. And building the record of who you were and what you wanted and what was taken, not for the child, for the truth. My first child was coerced. The second two were stolen by people with more money and more pull. I didn't get to raise my babies, and they were turned against me, and I don't get to see my grandkids. And none of that was my fault. Parental alienation and weaponized children. This is documented in clinical literature as a distinct trauma category, and I want to be precise about what it is. Parental alienation is when one parent, or like in my case, grandparents, my parents, uses the children or grandchildren as instruments of control or punishment against another parent. Coaching children to reject a parent, manipulating legal proceedings through third parties, coerced relinquishment, using a child's love as leverage. What it produces in the targeted parent, Chronic grief that has no clean resolution because the loss keeps happening and being renewed. Helplessness because the harm is being done through legal and institutional systems that are difficult to fight. Identity damage because parenthood was a core part of who that person is, and it is being actively dismantled. C. PTSD from the sustained, inescapable nature of it. And isolation because most people do not understand this harm and frequently blame the targeted parent. If the children or grandchildren never come back, never reach out, build the record anyway. Write down what you did, what you offered, what you said. The record is not for them to believe you. It is for you to know the truth of your own actions when the lies get loud. Now, what about the children being used? Those children are being handed a loyalty conflict that is not theirs to carry, and they have no capacity to process. They're being taught that love is conditional and that staying close to one parent requires rejecting the other. They're learning that they can be used, that relationships are transactional, and that love functions on leverage. They do not usually recognize this as harm while it is happening because the person shaping their reality is also the person doing the harm. For a child still inside the situation, the healing available is limited, but it is not zero. Any relationship outside that family system where they are witnessed without agenda matters. A teacher, a coach, a community figure, someone who reflects back that they are valued for who they are, not for what they are willing to do to another person. That is a thread, and threads hold. In adulthood, when they are out from under that influence, the work is recognizing the rejection of the absent parent was not a free choice. It was a survival adaptation inside a coercive environment, grief for what they did not have, repair of the transactional template they were given for love, and reaching out to the targeted parent if they choose, not because they owe it, but because it is available to them. Some do, some do not. Both are real outcomes. I thought this script was going to fuck y'all up, not me. Tried to make a joke. Oh, fuck. Sorry, my makeup's going to look like shit now. No, I look great. I had to change glasses because I can't see because these are covered in freaking tears now. This one's gonna hurt too. I might as well just take the whole makeup off and just go from whatever.
Have a break if you feel like it. Grab a drink or something.
I'm good. Hey, Teresa.
You just want to get it done.
Yes, I want to get it over with because, I've been sitting with this shit for 3 weeks. Y'all are just now getting it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've done a lot of crying.
Yes.
Sorry for getting emotional.